YouTube, what's up? What's happening? Bringing you another video, and this is another quick little video bringing you how to airbrush some scales. So if you ever have a big project, I know dragons are like a big thing, or snakes. So if you ever need to airbrush some scales, here's a quick little tip to make them look cool and easy without having to do like so much work. So you're gonna need to make a little stencil like this, right? And I call it a feather stencil because it looks like feathers on a bird, like a wing, you know. And obviously you can see this one, I've had it for a while and I've used it for quite a few things. But what we're gonna do today is I'm just gonna show you guys how to use this, plus a few tricks while you're using it, to really make these cool little scales and do it without much effort. So again, we're just gonna replicate this. So I have it set up all here. We're just working on paper towels today, and I'm just going to be using green and black. So, you know, you can use any colors that you want. You can use more than 2 colors. You can use whatever, but you know, just for today, I'm just going to show you with green and black. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take some black, right? And as you can see on the back of this, you see I have this kind of outlined on the center of these marks here. So I'm just going to take my center here, and I'm just going to use the corner, the very edge. You see these edges here where it peeks in, you know, these little peeks into the stencil, and just going to line that up with the top of the circle here just to give us a nice clean start. So, and all I'm going to do is just lightly mist, is all I've done, is just lightly mist towards the area of the top of the stencil. All you want to do. You don't want to like go around these, nothing, you know, not just yet. We're just doing this with black, and we're just kind of going lightly. The black, you know, gives it the really nice tone, but we're going to go back with green, and that's what's going to give it the color and the shape. So again, the next thing you want to do is, you know, since you can kind of see the lines here, but if you want to eyeball it, that's fine. But these peaks got to go on the toppest point of your scale here. So we're going to take these inserts and we're going to put them on the top of the scale of the next one. And if you do this stencil right, if you measure it out right, you know, if you do 1 inch, ½ inch, whatever it is the measurement that you're using, you make them all even, they should line up when you go to line them up on the top of one. And it's always good to double check where you're placing it. You don't want them to overlap. And you're not in a rush to paint these, so you know, just take your time, make sure you place it right. And again, just mist towards the top of the peaks and kind of maybe a little bit down just to define the shape, but you don't really want to outline it hard. Just like that. And we're just going to keep going down with that. So. So we got those nice misted out, and you can kind of already see it looks like scales. It's alright if you have darker areas, because that's going to kind of get overtaken with the green that we're about to add. So all we're going to do is, you see these top scales, obviously there's nowhere to add this in there. But all we're going to do is bring green down into it. And that's your first set of scales. So you could get fancy with this if you're doing something really detailed and kind of add texture down, and then place your stencil, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the green down from the peaks, right? From these inserts, we're going to spray green going down from the insert straight down. You don't want to like go off of here, you want to go off of here straight down, because that's where your scales are, right? So we're going to put our stencil in place, right, using where you put the black. And then we're just going to bring the green down. And then we're just going to mist like we did with the black. And then you could see that you got the nice white outline of the other one and the black goes deep in there, it looks like it's actually, you know, one on top of the other. So again, we're just going to line it up. And you want to bring that green, again, from the peaks right here, you can see where they're wet. And just going to bring that down. Again, you're not trying to cover the scales completely. You're trying to leave that little white edge, you know, to give it some depth, make it look like it's coming out. And then mist it. Bam. And you got your second layer. And then we're just going to repeat this process going down. And then if your stencil starts getting wet, right, so you can see there's a lot of paint built up on there. You want to make sure you take it, you wipe it off. You don't want to get like paint stains on your artwork. So take it, wipe it off, you know, really good. And a good tip for this is to wipe with the feathers, not like against or this way, you know, wipe away. So make sure you keep this nice and clean, and that way you don't get no splatters or weird looking stains on your stuff. So yeah, just put that on there. And bam, there you go. Again, if you're working on something more detailed, when you were doing the green, you maybe want to do some lines, some texture going down. You don't want to just completely cover it with a green. And you don't want to cover it with green completely as it is anyway. You do want to leave those edges. You look like it's layered, you know. So, and then I just like to put a black edge on the design, something like that. And bam, there you go. It's a quick and easy way to make scales. And if you need to replicate it, you know, if you need to make it across a lot of stuff, obviously you can see, bam, you could copy it from one to the next and you'll get a pretty good match as long as you keep doing the same kind of steps that you're already doing. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. You know, it's quick, it's fast, and you could get a large area done in no time basically. So hope that helps some of you guys out. I know it's a quick and easy video, but using that steps with the green and coming off the peaks and stuff, I've seen people really mess that up before and just kind of missed it across, and they missed the opportunity to really give that some shape and make it look round with the white highlights and stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.